Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just a little under 2 months away from its official release by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as creator George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, we do know that Disney and Lucasfilm are going to be taking numerous risks in this movie, as well as inserting many different pieces of nostalgia into Episode 9 in order to create a very unique story for Episode 9 that's going to gravitate towards new fans, casuals, and hardcore fans alike around the entire world, in order to create a big, massive Star Wars film that will change how we view the past 8 Star Wars movies that come before this one. And with the return of Palpatine, portrayed by, of course, no other than Ian McDiarmid, that is the main driving force for the hype of this movie without a doubt. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very intense for Episode 9. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that Rey is inside of Palpatine's throne room, where Sidious is said to be hanging from a large crane system, where he is said to be giving Rey a lecture about the dark side of the Force, and even offers her some truths about her lineage that is described to be very unsettling for her character. It's said that one of the sequences is said to involve a moment in which Palpatine is said to initiate the final vision of Dark Rey, where he is said to put Rey in a position to a test, and or a challenge, if you will, in which she is described to battle a darker version of herself within her own mind, and that this vision of hers is said to show her what she could become if she joins Palpatine's new Sith Empire and his Rule of 3 plan. One of the sequences is said to involve a moment in which regular Rey is said to strike Dark Rey's face with Anakin's saber, causing an injury on Dark Rey's face, giving her a more sinister design, where the double-bladed red lightsaber is now said to split into 2 single-blade lightsabers as she fights regular Rey. Eventually, the fight progresses to the edge of a bottomless pit, where Rey eventually stabs Dark Rey in the abdominal area, where the double-bladed lightsaber hilt along with Dark Rey's body is said to fall down into the abyss of the world of Exegol, that is said to fall down thousands of feet below. Now, let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, the thing about this that makes it so great and dark for a Star Wars film is because this is literally taking what was done already in The Empire Strikes Back between both Luke and Vader on Dagobah to the next level. Now, in case you guys did not know, there are going to be numerous Dark Rey visions in The Rise of Skywalker. There's going to be around 3 of them that's going to be used as a test, if you will, all of which are going to be initiated by Palpatine as a way in an attempt to seduce her to the dark side of the Force in The Rise of Skywalker, since, of course, it does match up with the other leaks that, of course, Rey is indeed the granddaughter of Palpatine, somehow, some way that we went over, and the fact that they really are trying to extend that lineage into something completely new is very interesting. Now, the one thing that I do want to go over here is how Rey is said to strike Dark Rey's face with the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber. Now, this isn't the first time that Rey, strikes somebody on the face. We had that situation where Kylo Ren got the scar from Rey, and now Rey is literally doing it to herself, the darker version of herself, at least, in the form of a vision, giving the Dark Rey character a more sinister and scary design when she's got that massive scar on her face, ranging from her forehead down to her cheek. Now, what I like about that is that this gives us a little bit more action in the film when it comes to lightsaber duels. Sure, it may not be a clone of Rey, or sure, it may not be an actual person fighting Rey, but at the same exact time, it's really tapping into the prequel trilogy choreography, because she will be performing a lot of stunts, very similar to what Darth Maul did in, of course, The Phantom Menace, and the fact that she's using a double-bladed red lightsaber against regular Rey really is a big deal, because this is going to be a movie that's going to have a lot of interesting and unique fighting styles between multiple characters from start to finish of this film. I want to go over the point in which regular Rey is said to defeat Dark Rey, where she stabs her in the abdominal area, which eventually causes her to fall down into a bottomless pit on the world of Exegol, specifically within Palpatine's new throne room. Now, inside of Palpatine's throne room, in case you guys did not know, we have the iconic throne that was originally created by Ralph McQuarrie back in 1981, with those little spikes sticking out at the end and on top. I like the design, I really do love and enjoy it. But this bottomless pit, this is where Dark Rey is said to meet her demise, even though it is just a vision, mind you. This is where she pretty much, falls to her death, and Rey is able to break free of the seduction of the dark side through Palpatine, and Palpatine essentially is not able to turn her to the darkness. And that, of course, is what's going to lead to the very moment in which Kylo Ren intervenes, comes into the throne room, where the Force Conduit technique will actually be initiated by Palpatine that allows him to steal or rob the energy from both Rey and Kylo Ren to become in a more youthful design and gain more strength in order to use Force lightning upon them and create a Force storm on the Resistance and, of course, whatever is left of the First Order in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker by JJ. So overall, I love Dark Rey. The fact that they explored this in the second teaser just very briefly, and the fact that it's going to be a thing, in 3 different segments at the very minimum, is a great thing by Disney and Lucasfilm. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. From night to moon, we hear them moans again.